Today we see about carbon and its compound, that is unit 11. Before that we have studied about characteristics of hydrocarbons, homologous series and IUPAC name, that is nomenclature of carbon compounds. Now we have to see the manufacturing of ethanol. Before that, the structure of ethanol you must know. The structure of ethanol is CH3CH2OH and the molecular formula is C2H5OH. Ethanol is commonly known as alcohol. All alcoholic beverage and cough syrups contains ethanol. Its molecular formula is C2H5OH. You know very well. Okay, now we have to go to manufacturing of ethanol. Before that, you know about molasses. Ethanol is manufacturing in industries by the fermentation of molasses. What is molasses? Molasses is the byproduct obtained during the manufacturing of sugar from sugarcane. Molasses is a dark color syrup liquid left after the crystallization of sugar from the concentrated sugarcane juice. Molasses contains about 30% of sucrose, which cannot be separated by the crystallization. It is converted into ethanol by the following steps, that is dilution of molasses, addition of nitrogen source, addition of yeast and distillation of was. First we go to distillation of molasses, that is dilution of molasses. Okay, first dilution. Molasses is first diluted with water to bring down the concentration of sugar to about 8 to 10% by using water. That is the concentration 30% is decreased to 8 to 10% by using the water. Second step, the addition of ammonium salt. Why we adding the ammonium salt? Means because it is a food for yeast. In sugarcane juice, the nitrogenous content is more. Sometimes it will be less. So it may be fortified by the addition of ammonium salt, that is ammonium sulfate or ammonium phosphate. Okay, next addition of yeast. Yeast is, you know very well, it is a one cell microorganism. Yeast is added to this solution and the solution is taken to the large fermentation tank. The mixture is kept about for 303 Kelvin for few days. During this period, the enzyme invertase and zymase present in yeast bring about the conversion of sugar into ethanol. Okay, first see here, you know very well, C12H22O11 plus water, that is dilution with water. First step, the two enzymes that is presented in enzyme yeast, invertase and zymase. First step, the invertase involved, it is converted into glucose and fructose, C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. This one is glucose and this one is fructose. Okay, the glucose or fructose in the presence of zymase, it is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. So the fermented liquid, these two liquid technically called as wash. So the C2H5OH and CO2 is called as technically wash. Okay. Next, distillation of wash. The fermented liquid contain 15 to 18% of alcohol and rest of the water is now subjected to fractional distillation. You know about fractional distillation. In petroleum, you know very well distillation. That distillation here also we used the main fraction drawn in an aqueous solution of ethanol, which contains 95.5% ethanol and 4.5% of water. This is called rectified spirit. We want 100% of ethanol, so again it is subjected to reflected over a quick flame for about 5 to 6 hours and then allowed to stand for 12 hours. Okay, on distillation of this mixture, pure alcohol is obtained. This is called absolute alcohol. The pure alcohol is otherwise called as absolute alcohol. Okay, next, what is fermentation? And yeast is I already say yeast is a single celled microorganism belonging to the class of fungi. The enzymes present in the yeast catalyzed many complex organic reactions. Fermentation is conversion of a complex organic molecule into a simpler molecule by action of the enzyme. For example, curdling of milk, like that you take. Okay, next, physical properties of ethanol. Ethanol is a colorless liquid. It has a specific smell and burning taste. Its boiling point is 351 Kelvin, or otherwise it is 78 degree Celsius, which is much higher than that of its corresponding alkane. Boiling point of ethane is 184 Kelvin. Okay, it is soluble in water. It is miscible with water in all proportions. In your book itself they given how will you convert this degree Celsius to Kelvin. You have to add with 273, that is 78 degrees converted into Kelvin means 273 add means you get 351 Kelvin. So Kelvin, it will be converted into Kelvin. Suppose you subtract this value 273 means you get the degree centigrade. Okay students, next we go to chemical properties. There are 6 properties are given in chemical properties. Dehydration, reaction with sodium, oxidation, esterification, dehydrogenation, combustion. What is meant by dehydration? Dehydration means removal of water molecule. Removal of water molecule, you must know it. Removal of water molecule. Next, with sodium we will see oxidation, addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen. Okay, esterification, that I explain you. Dehydrogenation means removal of hydrogen gas. Removal of hydrogen gas. Combustion means it is burned with oxygen, is known as combustion. Let us go to each and every topic. First topic is dehydration. Ethanol, when heated with concentrated H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin, it loses water molecule to form alkene, that is ethene. It is formed ethene because it contains only 2 carbon atoms, so it forms ethene. How it will be formed we will see. See here another one substance also given, Al2O3 at 623 Kelvin. This also used to dehydrate the ethanol molecule. Okay, now we go to how it will be formed. We will see. Okay, now you see here I write the equation here. You see CH3 CH2OH in the presence of H2SO4 443 Kelvin. How it will be forming? See here, H2O will be go. Here one hydrogen, here one OH. So here one bond will be remaining, here one, these two combined. So here CH3 it loses one hydrogen means it is converted into CH2. One electron will be there, it forms one bond with another CH2. Because this CH2OH will be addition with this H, it forms H2O plus H2O, that's all. This is ethene, double bond. So first you have to calculate the how many members of carbon is there, 2 numbers. So eth, next it having a double bond, so it will be n with a primary suffix ene, so ethene. Okay, that's all. Next, reaction with sodium. Alcohol are very weakly acidic form. Ethanol reacts with sodium metal to form sodium ethoxide. and hydrogen gas. See here, ethanol reacts with, so see here, this one addition with, this hydrogen will be removed, this hydrogen will be removed, so this Na will be combined with this one. How it will be combined means C2H5O minus plus H plus and Na plus. This Na plus is combined with this minus, so it forms C2H5O Na plus H2 gas will be liberated. The 2 will be in front of this 2 we written here, no, this 2 are to balance this equation, so only we put in front of the molecules. You always write the balanced equation. This is sodium and this is ethoxide, so sodium ethoxide, sodium chlorine bromine, like that it will become, no, so say same way here also you have to, the substitution will be right in front of this one, so sodium ethoxide. Okay, next we go to oxidation. See here, oxidation. Carbon compounds like alcohols are oxidized to carboxylic acid. So, one alcohol reacts with one carboxylic acid to form ethanoic acid. Oxidation. Ethanol on oxidation in the presence of oxidizing agent like alkaline potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. It forms ethanoic acid. See here, C2H5OH. In this reaction, how it will be forming? See here, I write here C2H5OH. In this reaction, one oxygen will be there, means there will be a emission of 2 hydrogen because oxygen valency is 2. So this molecule you first written as CH3CH2OH. Okay, in whenever it will be oxidized, this H2 molecule will be liberated, so it forms CH3COOH. One oxygen will be addition here. Okay, CH3COOH, it forms ethanoic acid and this hydrogen will be liberated. Enormous of oxygen in this reaction, so it addition with oxygen to form H2O. The hydrogen forms combined with oxygen to form H2O. Okay dear, next we go to the same reaction. During this reaction, the orange color potassium dichromate, we using that catalyst, no, that is oxidizing K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate. The color of potassium dichromate orange in color. During this reaction it will be changes to green color. Therefore this reaction can be used to identify the alcohols. You know very well, in examination of drunk and drive, they using this formula to identify whether the man drink alcohol or not. By identifying this potassium dichromate, that color change, they will identify it. Okay, next esterification. What is meant by esterification? Esterification, ethanol reacts with ethanoic acid in the presence of concentrated H2SO4 form ethyl ethanoate and water. This compound formed by the reaction of one alcohol with one carboxylic acid is known as ester and the reaction is called esterification. For example, we take one acid, that is ethanoic acid, and one alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol, to form ethyl ethanoate. How it will be formed? I write it here, the equation. You see, CH3COOH plus C2H5OH gives, in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, you can write down. See here this hydrogen and this OH combine together to form H2O. So these two combine, where it losses, where it will be losses, there it will be addition. So it forms CH3, COO, C2, H5. So this is ethyl ethanoate, because this is ethyl group, this is ethanoate group. So ethyl ethanoate plus H2O or ethyl ethanoate. Okay, next we go to the same esterification. I give you clear equation, you can see it. Okay, next we can see dehydrogenation. What is mean by dehydrogenation? You know very well, removal of hydrogen. Okay, when vapor of ethanol is passed over a heat copper, see here heat copper at 573 Kelvin, it dehydrogenated to acetaldehyde. This one is acetaldehyde or ethanol. Aldehyde means instead of E you put Al, so ethanol. CH3, CH2, OH. Here how it will be forming, see here CH3, CH2, OH. How it will be forms means here you see this hydrogen and this hydrogen, here one hydrogen, totally two hydrogen. So remaining CH3, CHO plus H2 gas, liberation of H2 gas. This is the equation. Okay, next we go to combustion reaction. Ethanol is highly inflammable liquid. It burns with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. See here it combine with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water molecule. Observation, burns with blue flame always. No any residue will be presented. It does not polluted the environment. Okay, next uses of ethanol. Ethanol is used in a medical. See here ethanol is presented in alcoholic beverage such as beer, wine and whiskies. Ethanol is used as antiseptic for sterilizing wounds in hospital. Whenever you go to hospital, they are using the ethanol to sterilize the wounds. Whenever they cleaning the wounds with ethanol. Ethanol is used in cough syrup because we using the syrup, it will be give the sleeping digestive syrup and as well as tonics and stomach pain, painkillers, they use the ethanol. Okay, next ethanol is being mixed with petrol and it is used as a motor fuel, so it is called as power alcohol. Whenever it will be mixed with alcohol, petrol is mixed with alcohol means you get power alcohol. A mixture of ethanol and water has lower freezing point than water. This mixture is known as anti-freezing freeze and it is used in radiators of vehicles in cold countries and at a high hill stations. Why we using? Because in heating purpose it will be evaporates. In our countries we does not using ethanol, but in cold countries they using ethanol as a anti-freezing agent. It does not freeze. If it will be freeze, it does not gives any it does not starts the car also. Okay, next ethanol is used to preparation of chloroform, iodoform, ethanoic acid, ethanol, ethyl ethanoate, etc. These are used. Okay, next ethyl alcohol is used as hypotonic, that is it is used in you know very well, that is drugs we using in hospital, they give sleeping dose, there it will be used. Okay, next in your book what will be given, we will see. Ethanol is used in medical verbs as an antiseptic, as an anti-freezing in automobilic radiators, for effectively kill microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc. by including it is in many hand sanitizer. Now we are using sanitizer for corona to kill the microorganisms. Okay, Next, as an antiseptic to sterilize the wounds in hospital. As the solvent for drugs, oil, fats, perfumes, dyes, etc. Whenever you use perfumes, whenever it will be comes out within fraction of second, it will be destroyed because of the addition of alcohol. In the preparation of methylated spirit, you know very well methylated spirit, the methyl alcohol is 5% and ethanol is 95%. It gives methylated spirit. Rectified spirit, in the manufacturing of ethanol itself we saw that one. Rectified spirit means 95% of ethanol and 4.5% of water is known as rectified spirit. Power alcohol, now itself I say power alcohol means mixed with petrol it gives power alcohol. Next, denatured spirit, ethanol mixed with pyridine, it is known as denatured spirit. To enhance the flavor of the food extraction, for example vanilla extraction, a common food flavor which is made by processing vanilla beans in the solution of ethanol and water. For this also we using ethanol. Okay student, today this session will be over, tomorrow we will meet.